Okay, so I'm here with Raul and Gisela, who just shared they've been married for 43 years, right? And have been leading this enterprise for 42 of those years. So, could you just talk a little bit about how your faith is animating and grounding this work and the inspiration that you have to do this work?
¿Cómo empezaste tú tu opción?
En español puede ser. Yo desde muy pequeña recibía la revista de los misioneros combonianos que trabajan en África y desde muy pequeña decía yo quiero hacer eso, yo quiero ir a trabajar donde esté la gente pobre, pero me quiero casar, no quiero...
Sí.
Y bueno, luego conocí a Raúl y compartimos la fe. Tenemos claro que está muy claro el camino, es dar de comer al hambriento, dar de tomar al sediento, visitar al enfermo, o sea, está claro lo que hay que hacer. Dijimos, pues vamos a hacerlo juntos, a ver qué se puede hacer.
Así es. And for all the same for me, since I was very young, I felt that injustice and poverty and inequalities was challenging my faith that I was raised. And I said, well, we live in a different way, like not letting us being affected by this poverty and injustice and so on. And so I said, I want to leave all that and commit myself, my life, to work for the poor people, to solve injustice, and to build something that will provide a better quality of life for the most disadvantaged people in our country. And so that's why we decided to come to the Mixteca Popoloca, because it was rated in 1980 as the poorest area in Mexico. Because of the isolation by the mountains and by the dryness of because of the chain ranges of mountains preventing the clouds to bring rain to the area. So we decided to follow our faith. So whenever there is a problem, we say, Jesus, this is your problem, not ours.
And there's agua para siempre. When you thought of that name, were you thinking about, I mean, it's hard for me to hear it and not think of Jesus saying, I am the living water. See, like, who else is agua para siempre? See, but is that is there a story there? Is there some inspiration?
Well, it was in the fight against wells. That they just careful drilling, pumping, and taking the water away. We said, well, they are emptying the aquifers. And we said, we have to replenish the aquifer. And so with this indigenous technologies of the dams, putting the water back into the earth to have aquifers, we say, in this way, we will not have only water for 1 day or 1 week or 1 year. We will have water forever. And that's why we adopt this.
Agua de vida. The living water.
Sí, las aguas vivas.
Sí.
Y cuéntanos un poco de la conexión con Laudato Si, o sea, ¿cómo anima ahora con Laudato Si?
Bueno, me conectaría yo hasta más atrás. I will connect back to Populorum Progressio. After the Vatican II, Populorum Progressio, that it's the call of the Pope for justice in the earth. And we took it seriously, Populorum Progressio. We have to work for the advancement of the peoples, thinking on the poorest people. And we started that and doing lots of things before coming here and then coming here. So when Laudato Si comes in 2015, so we had already 35 years doing that.
You've been living Laudato Si for a long time.
So when we started reading, the like, oh yeah, like he's clapping here. Oh, he's happy here.
And what's incredible, they were just telling us about the campaign against GMOs in Mexico that started, 12 years ago, and then a lawsuit 9 years ago. And with the help of Greenpeace, they were rechanging the words of the national anthem to understand what GMOs are and how we have to fight them as one of the biggest enemies. But using
the
popular
national anthem
as
to call attention to the transgenic.
And for 9 years, they've actually been successful in keeping them.
Holding
But
back the companies.
it's a big campaign, and it continues to be incredibly difficult to hold off Monsanto, Syngenta, all of the major agrochemicals producers. So,
And you read in Laudato Si that the Pope very careful say it has to be taken with caution, the precautory principle, because there are unknown developments that could come as a risk if you don't take it easy. The change and manipulating the life. And so we say, yes, we agree.
We agree. That's what we've been doing. So
Because the indigenous people have been changing the genes for improvement with natural selection that we spoke yesterday. And so now we have corn, beans, avocado, and everything that is healthy, that is bigger, that is nutritious, while the GMOs are interfering the natural links between genes with a poor comprehension of the function of the genes. So their science is wrong. And that is why we decided that we had to fight, because we had to protect the source of food, the source of life, that is a natural heritage from indigenous people from almost 8,000 years since agriculture started in this area.
y ustedes también viven una ecología integral empezaste desde el principio, o sea, con los más pobres.
Para mí es esperanzador tener un papa que haya escrito una encíclica sobre el medio ambiente por primera vez, ¿no?
Sí.
Que toque ese tema y como tan integral, tan decir, no es solo el medio ambiente, es la sociedad y cómo los problemas ambientales van a afectar otra vez a los más pobres, y hay urgencia de hacer algo, ¿no? Que el Papa sea quien lo diga, bueno, para mí es muy profundo, es decir, creo que... Bueno, sí, es esperanzador tener eso en la iglesia ahora, ¿no?
¿Y tienes algún consejo para los jóvenes, las generaciones que vienen?
Que se preparen, que sí se pueden cambiar las cosas, hay que comprometerse, que no es rápido, o sea, hay que ser pacientes, ir avanzando poco a poco, pero que sí se puede lograr cambios y nos gusta que vengan jóvenes para decirles sí, o sea, comprométete y sí se puede, nada más. Ten paciencia, no te rindas. Si la gente lo sigue necesitando, hay que seguir trabajando por eso, ¿no?
Muchísimas gracias.